Damp yellow walls, empty furniture and busy electrocardiogram are just a few of many indicators of one of our worst places. Hospitals. This is what players will see first when they start Never Wake Up, a dual-stick shooter developed by Neutro Incorporation and published by Phoenix Incorporation. A young girl named Ram is intubated and deep asleep, and some of her worst nightmares are made to bring her to the lowest point in her life. That's where you come into play. Taking control of the little spirit as you take out enemies. Ram knows all too well in this beautiful designed dual stick shooter with so many ways to progress through the game's many well designed levels. The dual stick shooting genre is self-explanatory and you have probably already played some of them. Popular titles such as The Sacrifice of Isaac of Geometry Wars come to mind. In NeverAwake, players navigate through the game's built-in camera, knocking back any opponents that dare to cross. You can dash, use additional weapons and equip a variety of accessories to help you through Ram's nightmares. Now the twist here is in Never Wake Up's levels design and development. Each level consists of a short loop in which players must collect soul in order to fill their soul meter and complete a challenge. Destroying villains is just one thing, but you need to keep an eye on who is actually dropping souls if you want to complete the level in the last amount of time. Otherwise, the level will go in cycle and with additional difficulties will appear in the form of various attack patterns and positionally of enemies. Boss levels are based on the same idea, but the difference here is that you can ignore filling up your soul meter in exchange for the completely destroying the boss, allowing you to see phases that you might normally miss. These levels may be short, but they are well designed and offer unique challenges for games with over 70 levels. Whether it's creating new enemy types, physics challenges or other attack patterns, NeverAwake will keep you on your toes as you blast your way through hundreds of projectiles thrown at you. But don't let the blinding lights and shiny dots covering the screen stop you from trying the game, because NeverAwake is very forgiving for a dual stick shooter. The player hitbox is tiny and projectiles can be easily dodged once you get the hang of it. Failing or simply restarting a level will always present the player with a hint box giving advice on what to do with specific attack patterns or level quicks. Best of all, losing still advances you, allowing you to access new utility weapons and accessories to help you in a combat, as well as adding to your total souls that you can use to purchase these abilities. Interesting levels combined with a looping system and fast-paced shooter-like gameplay kept me hooked for hours. Boss fights are especially enjoyable, especially when you take the game to fight them directly to see their many attack patterns that you wouldn't see otherwise. If you are up for the challenge, you can keep looping through the level to see how long you can last. Your score can only be higher, and if that's what you are interested in, there is a leaderboard. NeverAwake showcase all of its talent through hand-drawn visuals, complete with a eerie atmosphere of all things that could give a little girl nightmares. Vegetables that tear at you all sort of things. Dentists that gently and strongly poke your gums, your classmates chatting behind your back, you name it. Enemies are easy to see, and the game uses a range of visual and audio cues to help you keep track of your progress. The music that accompanies your work of destroying nightmares is also fantastic. The scenes have done a great job of pacing you convergently in Ram's world of unpleasant dreams. The game works like a dream on Xbox Series X as well. Ram's story is now told as you progress through levels, honored through diary entries and short cutscenes. As you had expect from a game with Tim Burton in the visual and world, Ram has had his good and bad days, and you will see the events that lead to the unfortunately tragedy unfolds as you continue to play. With beautiful visuals and expertly crafted levels are simple yet intuitive gameplay, NeverAwake is a fantastic dual stick shooter that I can recommend it to just about anyone. Now let me tell you, I have hated rail shooters for a long time now. This is the real deal.